Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation who was hopefully pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Alright, this video here is we must understand what is written. Okay. So I was just thinking about that, how important the scriptures really are. Like we know that they're important, but to understand what is written in there is detrimental. Okay. So what I mean by that is we can get mad all day at Esau Edom, for the atrocities that he's done to our people, for the things that he currently does to the earth, to us, to even other nations, just to life in general. But understand that it is what's written. He's literally doing what he is supposed to be doing. Same thing with our people, 2/3 of our people, our 2/3 of our people are literally brute beasts. Okay. They have no understanding. Don't know their asshole from a hole in the ground. They have no clue who their power is and don't care. Okay? But we must understand that it was written to play out that way. Alright? Same thing with the with the women out of our nation usurping authority over us. Okay? It was written to play out this way. Alright? The strife amongst our people, all those things. It was literally written to play out that way. But we must also understand what is written for the end. Okay? The judgment upon Esau, the kingdom of heaven, the victory, okay, the reign, the kingdom being being established through Yahushua and us, and it coming down onto us, and it's gonna be a forever, a never-ending rulership. That is also written. All right, so and in knowing those things, we must not get discouraged in this walk. Yeah, it's gonna get hard. Why? Because it's written for it to get hard. It's gonna be tough. We gotta go through the fire. Why? Because it's written for us to go through the fire. We gotta be preserved. Now you got fire to go through. Whether you're gonna be preserved through the fire, or whether you're gonna be burned in the fire. Either way, it's written for you to go through the fire. All right. So first, I'm gonna get Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. It says, "For I am Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." Okay? And what does he mean by that? He made a promise unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, made that covenant, and he's gonna keep it. He said he's not gonna change. Okay? Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Okay, now that's not talking, on this side, but in the kingdom, gotta remember, all Israel shall be saved. 2/3 of our people gotta go on this side, but in the end, all Israel shall be saved. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Yahushua Mashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. Now, why is that stated? Remember, Yahushua is on the same page as the Father, as the Most High Yahweh. Okay? He's on one accord, so meaning that whatever whatever the Father says or whatever he would do, that's what Yahushua would do. Okay, that's why he's pleased with his son. Okay, and he's not gonna change. If he made that covenant unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give us the kingdom of heaven, or a goodly land, a land flowing with milk and honey. Okay, he's gonna give it to us. If we're gonna dwell safely, without being attacked by our enemies, he's gonna give it to us. He made a covenant with Noah and everything and all the living creatures to not flood the earth with water again. He's gonna do it. He's not gonna change. One thing you know about Yahweh Shem Shai's word is that it will not go out void, meaning that it will come to pass and it will not change. All right. This is John chapter 14, verse 9. Yahushua said unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father, and how sayest thou then, Show us the Father? Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, and he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever he shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. All right. And why do we ask? Why do we ask in Yahushua's name? Because he is the mediator. So we must understand that he is our mediator. We can't go unto the Heavenly Father on our own. That's another thing we must understand, that is written. Okay? He was set up from the beginning. He was always set up. He was always there. Okay? He's our access back to the Father, which is why he came, to die, shed his blood, so that we can be reconciled. We can go back to the Father. All right? Let's get this covenant. This is Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, and Yahweh Shem Shai appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the mighty power. Walk before me and be thou perfect. I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and the powers talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. Now the word Abram means exalted father, and Abraham means the father of many nations. Okay? And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a power unto thee and to thy seed after thee. Okay? That was his promise. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their power. All right, that's that promise to Abraham. Okay, so let me ask you this: if Yahweh Shem made a promise unto Abraham to set him up, to make of him a great nation, and to give him that goodly land, the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and we don't have it yet, or his seed doesn't have it yet, do you not think that it's going to come? This is why I say we must understand what is written, because it will come. All right. Let's get this here. Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'm going to read verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, so here we have the blessings that were laid out for our people. What would happen? Okay, now we see that the blessings are laid out, and we also see the promise that was made unto Abraham. Okay, which that same promise or that same covenant was made with Isaac, and that same covenant was made once again with Jacob and the seed after Jacob. Okay, so you got the covenant that was made unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to get all these blessings, to have rulership, to have land, to dwell safely, to be over your enemies, to be a peculiar treasure, all these different things. Okay, we are in such a low estate right now. It is very sad. So if this promise was made unto us, why did we not have it? Okay, I'll tell you why. Let's get down to verse 15. Okay, remember, those blessings are written, but this is written also. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay, then it goes on to list the curses that we'll go through. And those curses that we will go through is what we are under now. But we are coming to the end of those curses, because in the kingdom there shall be no more curse. When we get out of these fleshly bodies and we get those spiritual bodies, out of these corruptible bodies and put on incorruptible, then we will be free from sin. We will no longer be in bondage unto sin. Okay, but as long as we're in this corruptible flesh, our spirit constantly fights against it to do what's right. Okay, but you see, these curses are written too, and these curses are playing out. All right, but remember, the blessings are written, so we must understand that the blessings will come. Okay. Now, I mentioned that how people are in such a low estate that it's very sad. Let's see. This is Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 23. Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die, saith the Lord power, and not that he should return from his ways and live? See, this is a question, okay? And the wicked here is talking about the wicked of our people, not Esau Edom, okay? So the Lord, he doesn't take pleasure in destroying his own people, his goodly treasure, okay? He doesn't take pleasure in that. But he also has to do what has to be done, You know what I'm saying? I got to do what you got to do. Okay, you gotta do what must needs to be done. Okay, because our people have gone so far off that you gotta be punished. All right, but check this out. Let's see. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So if you are being punished, he loves you. Verse 7. If ye endure chastening, Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Okay. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So when you do some stuff and then you get judged, hey, the Lord loves you. Okay, He's correcting you. But if you do stuff and you get away with it, like you saw, they're getting away with everything that they're doing. Okay, but the Lord just letting their wickedness build up. He's letting their wickedness literally build up unto the heavens, to the point to where, where He's just gonna take them out. All right. So be glad when you get judged really quickly, because the Lord is dealing with you. He's treating you as his son. Okay. So in knowing that, you must understand what's written. Why you getting jacked up? Why you getting punished? And none of us are exempt from it, because we all have gone off. It's Psalm chapter 89, verse 34. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. Now we read the covenant that He made with Abraham. Okay. And He said He's not going to break it. And then it says, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. So whatever the Lord says is going to stand. And He's not going to change neither. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So if the Lord says something, you rest assured it's going to happen. It's not going to return void, but it will accomplish it. That's all I said. You must understand what is written. It's Isaiah chapter 53, verse 10. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. Who? He's talking about his son, Yahushua. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahushua shall prosper in his hand. Okay, so it pleased the Lord to bruise him. Okay, why did it please him? It pleased him to break him down in order to build him up. Okay, he is his only begotten, so he's gonna make sure that Yahushua is the best. He's gonna be that prime. He's the best of the best. Okay. And I know this is Yahushua feeling here. Job chapter 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Okay? So why would Yahushua be happy with the Lord correcting him? Because He's going to make you perfect. He's going to build you up. Okay? So that's why I say it's the same for us. We should take glory in our correction. No, correction don't feel good at all. Trust me, I know. It's not a good feeling. But we must understand that there's a purpose for it. Okay, the purpose is to build us up. The purpose is to make us stronger. Okay? It's 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Okay? So He's literally protecting us from that condemnation of the world. when we're judged. When we get jacked up, when we get judged for the things that we do, we getting that chastisement, we getting that love. Okay? Because he could just let all our sins just build up and build up and build up to the point where he gets so pissed off it just destroys us. Okay? He could do that, but he's not. He's only doing that for the bastards Esau, because they have no father. They're not the chosen. All right. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. You see, this is a light affliction. We're the suffering here is literally but for a moment. Think about a limited time versus eternity. A limited time versus eternity will always be but a moment in time. Okay? Because after this is over with, we literally have an eternity to live in righteousness, an eternity to rule, an eternity to learn new things, an eternity to explore. Okay? But that's why I say we must understand what is written, because what is written is what's going to happen. All right? So call Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Kako Dash. Hope you edified. Shalom.